to another session of the School of Thought. Thank you for joining me on today. Today is Monday mental health. Today I want to talk to you about things that is inside of us, recognizing, I really want to say what's floating, because things are floating from one area to another area and we're not recognizing what it is. It is important to identify these floaters. These floaters are going from one room to another inside of you, and they're not paying rent. And they have free access to anything inside of your mind, your body, your organs, your chemicals. It's just floating from one room to another, and it's causing you to make decisions. So that's mean that little floater is the dominant one in your life that's dominating your life. So they go from one, your emotion, they go from your thought, they go from your mind, then you making decision. They are dominating your life and you don't even know it. Why? Because you're living an unconscious life. Remember, Adam could not identify the function of what came out of him, which is Eve, until he became conscious. He had to be conscious to identify the purpose of what came out of him. When you don't identify these things, or you're not conscious to identify them properly, you'll misuse your purpose. You'll misuse your treasure. You'll misuse your own gift. You'll sabotage your own self because you are unconscious, so you're unable to identify the function of who you really are. So these things that's floating from one room to another needs to be identified. That's causing your emotion. Tomorrow you feel this, tomorrow another day you feel that. Today you make this decision and you don't know why, and you desire to eat this, you desire to drink that, you desire to do, you don't even know why you desire. You just think, that's life. You don't even know that things are floating and dominating your mind and dominating your life, and you are unaware of it. Now let me give you a little story. This story is about a doctor that had a patient that was very wealthy. And this patient said to the doctor, I've been to the best doctor there is. No one could identify what's going on with me. She was sick. She was dying. Her body was decreasing every day. And the doctors did all type of tests. She had all type of scans. She turned on all the cameras, all the scan, and showing her brain, her body, every part of her. They say, here it is, doctor. I want you to tell me what's going on with me, because I paid for the best doctors and they could not identify what was going on with me. Now, none of these things showed up in the test, but this particular doctor did something different. She started listening to the patient. She started listening to what was going on with her, and she stopped paying attention to her environment. And she heard her brother said she's been shot before. And that really brought that doctor into, wait a minute, did anybody ever take the bullet out? They said, oh yes, the bullet been gone. She said there must be some fragment left in your body because it's releasing lead. The doctor had to go research, study with the thought of her asking question about her environment. What was going on? Where you been? What's going on? And she went into study to find out, let me see what's happening. And they took a scan and scanned her body. Now, a scanner to scan the body didn't even cost that much. She went to all the doctors and did all the other tests that cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and they couldn't even figure it out. She took the scan and went through her body, especially the place where she got shot. And the scanner started going beep, 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 identifying the fragment of the bullet. The fragment of the bullet was still in her body, releasing lead, dominating her life, dominating whether she's going to live or die. This particular fragment, very small fragment, had so much lead, poison, that's dominating the expired time of her life. And that dominated whether she was going to die in 2 weeks, die in 2 months, or die in 5 weeks. That fragment, that poison was determining whether she was going to see next year, whether she was going to see her children, her grandchildren grow. So whatever it is that's floating in your mind, that's causing you to sabotage your future, that's causing you to say things you shouldn't say, that's causing you to get into a rage when you start speaking things that you can't take back, that's causing you to sabotage your relationship, whether with your family, your friends, your spouse, because of the things that you say, because you're unable to control the chemical they call anger. It's just a chemical, but I'm unable to control it because there are fragments that's released in the rooms of my life, my emotion, my mind, that is determining my future, that is making permanent decision in my life, that is the dominant drive of my life. So you have to identify these fragments that cause you to feel the way you feel, that cause you to snap when you snap, that causing you to lose promotion even on your job because of your action, that's causing you to even make decision where you lost the one that really loved you, the one that wanted to marry you. You said no because of assumption, because of lack of information, because of the wrong information, or because of this little fragment of fear or whatever that causes you to say, no, I shouldn't. No, that's okay. And you lose relationship, you lose connections, you lose divine connection, you lose promotion, you lose the next level of your life based on these little fragments that's in your mind, your thought pattern, your emotion, every part of you that's causing you to act different, that's causing you to speak different, that's even causing you from learning, causing you from receiving new information, causing you to even hear properly, that's causing you to the eyes of your understanding to become blurry, even some of you to become blind, some of you to walk in an unconscious level because of the fragments that you have not identified, the floaters you have not identified, that's causing you to live in an unconscious state of your life. And now you're living unconsciously and everything is passing you by. Promotion is passing you by. Relationship is passing you by. Connection is passing you by. Your next level is past. Everything is passing you by. You're losing the one that really care for you. You're losing the one that really love you, but you're connecting the one that's abusing you. You're connecting with the one that use you. You're connected with the one that really is not part of your journey of your purpose. Why? Because you have not identified the fragments that's floating from one room to another, from one level of your emotion, from the level of your thought pattern, from the level of your mind. So you have to identify with those floaters. So I would say, don't forget to register for my class. Sweep Your Brain series is coming up. You have to identify your floaters. May 30th and 31st, go to hannahjosue.com and go to events and click on events and register. All right. So Sweep Your Brain is a series. So this is just 2 class workshop. This is just a 2-day workshop. So after the 2-day workshop, there's going to be another 2-day class because it's a Sweep Your Brain series. So register for it. hannahjosue.com, click on events, and let's identify these floaters that's floating and making permanent decision in your life. Thank you for joining me. Have a super day. Thank you.